first for the Raptors. Lowry and DeRozan, they're the backcourt. And at the 5, the 5th overall pick in the 2011 draft, a fleet-footed 6'11" big man out of Lithuania, Jonas Valanciunas. Then there's Rudy Gay, and it's Johnson in at the 4 slot. And then for the Golden State Warriors, Curry and Thompson, the Splash Brothers in the backcourt. And at the pivot, a terrific defender and all-around player, the Australian sensation, 7-footer Andrew Bogut. Then there's Iguodala, and it's Lee in at the 4-man position. Second shot opportunity, and Johnson puts it in.
They get the first bucket of the game there.
And I think it's going to be a good one. You know, it's funny, you look at the Golden State Warriors, they've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA. Brought back the finger roll. That's a nice finesse move to pull off with the defense all over it.
Lowry dishes to Valanciunas. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Stupendous rush to the rim and a mighty slam on the end of it.
But through the teeth of some pretty soft D, I can't help but say that.
Well, let's see how that impacts things here, because those kinds of plays sometimes can be game changers on both sides.
And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA.
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, the Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, just a moment ago, Mark Jackson and I were able to chat. He said a big part of their focus defensively will be on trying to contain Rudy Gay, adding he presents some challenges because he can shoot over the top and also he's a tremendous finisher inside. We've got to force him to that left hand, but I'm hoping we won't have to double too much because they have plenty of other guys who can knock it. Down. Kevin, the challenges are full.
And thank you for that, Doris.
You know, this is a trend that's catching on more and more in the NBA, and now DeMar DeRozan can be added to the list. He dips his hands in wax prior to the game, so he has a soft feel of the ball. The paraffin wax, we call it.
Lowry against Curry. Fades. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, he had to fade away there. The defense was all over him, and he got it off, just couldn't get it to go. Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set.
And for DeRozan, Coach Casey wants him aggressive, attacking the basket. He needs that soft touch.
Well, DeRozan, yeah, he has to become a better shooter, and as he does, it'll make him that much more effective when he's putting up the ball on the floor and getting to the rim, which he's already so good at.
And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Lee outside. Curry. Soft touch off the glass.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
Toronto, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far.
And it's nice to see Raptors coach Dwayne Casey getting another chance of being a head coach. A lot of people felt he got a bum rap back in Minnesota in 2007. He had that team overachieving at 500 when he was let go. So I'm glad he's gotten a second chance and he's making the most of it.
And you go back to that Timberwolves team at 500. Casey was let go, and then, Steve, they went 12 and 30 after he was gone.
Yeah, they struggled with his departure, and a lot of the players actually were sad to see him go. So, that's sometimes the case in the NBA. Coaches get blamed for everything, fairly or not. And in Casey's case, I respect the fact that he, got back to work, did a great job in Dallas as an assistant, and is now the head man in Toronto trying to get this team turned around.
Warriors trail by 3. They double-team Kerr. Bogut defended by Valanciunas. Thompson outside. Golden State moving it around. And it's good. Lee's got his first 2 points.
I'll tell you what, the post play has been rock solid right off the bat.
Well, that's the key to basketball. Get the ball inside, into the paint, either with a pass or with penetration.
Boy, extremely opportunistic defense leading to those points there.
That dunk clock coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively, ready to react and make a play.
Some changes for Toronto. Aaron Gray, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Tyler Hansbrough subbed in for Amir Johnson. Some firepower, Clark and Steve, from his offense.
Kevin, how about the air of confidence? I mean, they really look like they believe in what they're doing.
Yeah, a little swagger here from this team. They're in a nice groove.
Here's Thompson after the made shot from Kyle Lowry. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here.
They have no choice but to lunge for that pass to stop it from getting through.
Well, that was a good job. It could have been a quick bucket if he doesn't knock it out of bounds there.
Terrence Ross is checked in for Toronto. Augustine comes in for Kyle Lowry. Clock at 6. Douglas kicks to Iguodala. Augustine with the steal. The feed to Ross. And he lobs it up. And the jam by Rudy Gay. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Douglas for 3, and the shot is good.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
You know, it wasn't a surprise that the Raptors struggled on the road. Most young teams do. They were 13-28 as the visiting team. They did end the year looking a lot more dangerous on the road than they started, though.
And so it's Golden State with it, after Toronto picking up the basket just moments ago. Azili kicks to Barnes. And blocked. Fast break, Toronto. Ross passes to Gray. Ross dishes to Gay. From deep. And the Raptors hit again from deep. Well, Clark, you were talking about the Raptors' struggles on the road. They didn't have the best road record at the end of the season, as you said, but, Steve, they did show some bite with their play.
You know, one of the interesting stats from the Raptors last year is they actually scored more points on the road than they did at home, and that rarely happens in the NBA. But I think the big thing with Toronto, their defense has to improve more than anything else. Once he had to change the shot because of the hand in his face, you knew he wasn't going to make it.
Oh, here's Douglas all alone. And that one's good. Douglas has got 5 men.
That's exactly what you want coming off a steal. Get into transition, find an easy basket.
Yes, sir. The ideal fast break opportunity there.
Well, Clark, a clear lane to the basket and the emphatic jam.
And that is outstanding attacking basketball.
Well, he had no choice but to take that one to the bucket.
Iguodala's drive. Azili gets the bucket.
And he came off that screen. The defense just couldn't get over the top. Beautiful play.
Yep, and without a hand in his face, he's going to bury those.
Raptors leading by 3. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Augustine kicks to Gray. And it's Spates with the rebound. Spates has got his 3rd rebound tonight. With some arc. Gay against Douglas. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. The Raptors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Well, this was a very consistent free throw shooting team a year ago. They shot about 79%.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
Iguodala outside. He dishes it to Douglas. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists in the game. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And, guys, what's your take on Toronto so far?
It was pretty impressive the way they moved the ball, made the extra pass, and found open shooters that whole quarter.
Yeah, it's been a complete team effort out there. Great to watch.
Augustine, and we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Well, David Lee, an all-star for the second time last season. In fact, sometimes the natural thing is to find the open man. But he added, I don't care about numbers. I get satisfaction from winning. And Kevin, the Warriors did that, with Lee making the first playoff appearance in his career.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
There's the bucket. Good. And it's 8 points for Kyle Lowry.
You want a picture of what a three-point shot can do for you? Just take a look at Kyle Lowry's career. I mean, here's a guy who was a role player the first couple of years in the league, but then added the 3-ball to his arsenal and became a starting point guard, and a lethal one at that.
And here is Curry following Kyle Lowry's 3.
Some people might call him vertically challenged, but tell you what, his size didn't hurt him on that rebound.
Passes to Fields. Trying his luck deep. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. We talk about Lowry, a new school-type player, perhaps from playing with the stat-centric Rockets. He doesn't shoot many long twos.
Well, it's all threes or we'll get to the rim. It's kind of the Rockets' mantra, and that's one of the reasons he gets to the foul line as often as he does.
And he's good on the 3-ball. Lowry's got 6 here in this quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Curry kicks to Bogut. Dishes it to Barnes. In low to Lee. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Lee's got his second bucket.
Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
Well, no team likes to have their first-round pick belong to another team. It gets worse when you're a lottery team yourself and you're trying to build your talent base up. But the Raptors' number 12 pick in this summer's draft went to one of the elite teams in Oklahoma City.
Thompson with the bucket. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Lowry against Curry. Right side Lowry. Shot clock at 6. Off his leg. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Well, Clark, as you said, the Thunder got the Raptors' first selection this last year. Only the way the Raptors would have been able to hang on to it was, Steve, if they jumped up to the top 3 in the lottery.
And as bad as it might seem for the Raptors to have not had a first, I mean, and it is bad, it was as good as any other time for them to not have a first-round pick because the draft wasn't deep, and the Raptors have a lot of young talent already, and that they can make improvement with.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in from Amir Johnson. Curry with it. Lowry picks him up. Bogut. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 1. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And they're getting out in transition, too, finding some easy points on the fast break.
Sinks that one from the post. And it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
Well, one of the things that makes him special is his tendency to become red hot in just a matter of seconds. And you never know when it's coming. You know, all it takes is a shot or two, and he's rolling.
and he's...
Ridiculous. Tore it down that time.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Here's DeRozan. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Here's Iguodala. Again, Golden State.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
Well, they continue to find the open man and play unselfishly. This is true team basketball we're seeing.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, it's no secret that the Bay Area loves its basketball. It was made abundantly clear during last year's playoff run, says Steph Curry, saying, quote, "We made it to the conference semifinals and they gave me a key to the city." The key to the city for the semis. If we'd won a title, they'd have put a statue of Coach Jackson on top of the bridge. That statue might not be too far off the way they are collecting talent, Kev.
You can tell they've made a big impression. Thanks, Doris. Back to Thompson from past the arc. The rebound by Hansbrough.
There's some good defense for you. I mean, for somebody who's as good at shooting the three as he is, you need a defender who's equally adept at guarding against you. That was well done.
Well, then they picked the right guy to put on him.
Thompson passes to Lee, and that one's good. Lee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Fields working against Iguodala. Lowry guarded by Curry. And it's Lowry penetrating, and they get it. The shot is off. Curry with the defensive effort. From deep three-point range, and no good trying to get that one. So we've reached the end of the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And it's halftime on
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. You look at Tony Douglas, he's really been playing well.
Boy, you wonder how long he can continue to shoot the three ball as well as he has to this point. He's been lights out.
Steve, you know that as well as anyone being the shooter you were. Sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks 3 feet wide.
Here's DeRozan, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
What a play. The hoop plus the arm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time. Well, you know what, guys? DeMar DeRozan said he watched a lot of tape of Dwayne Wade working on the low block, learning to pass out of double teams and attack weaker defenders. That's definitely an area he can exploit in his own game.
Gay drives in, leads him in there, and the shot is good from Johnson.
Nice pass. That one was right on target.
Warriors leading by 7. Curry gets the screen from Lee. Curry, good. Curry's got 8. And for DeRozan, not a great playmaker, but he has made strides in that area.
Yeah, last season he significantly improved his assist-to-turnover ratio, and that's exactly what you want to see out of your shooting guards because even though they're not playmakers as point guards, shooting guards are handling the ball too and making plays. How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any agenda.
It's hard to overstate all the points they've scored on assists today. Beautiful to watch.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Here's Curry. A finger roll finish at the bucket. 10 points for him.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish. Well, you look at the turnaround last season for Golden State. A lot of it has to do with the steadying presence of Jarrett Jack and Carl Landry off the bench. Both players brought a toughness and a level of competitiveness that was maybe missing from the Warriors the year before. And their field goal percentage continues to climb. They have really shot the ball well here today so far.
Yeah, and it's all about quality shot selection, smart shot selection. They've been very patient on offense.
Curry with the steal. Iguodala kicks to Thompson. Johnson with it. Gay drives in. And yes, sir, that one drops. And for the Warriors, such an impressive turnaround last season, but financial constraints, Clark, make it tricky for them, make it tricky for anybody. Keep teams together.
Well said, but I give the ownership credit for making the commitments necessary to put themselves in a good position going forward, Kevin. After such an impressive postseason showing, I think they want to continue that momentum.
Azile's checked in for the Warriors. Here's Lee, blocked. And DeRozan, here we go. Curry with the defensive effort.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
But they'll get another chance. Raptors trail by 10. Pass to Gay. Kicks to DeRozan. There's the three. And the Raptors miss again.
Poor shooting from him this quarter. His shooting percentage nowhere near where he'd like it to be.
The pass to Thompson. From the arc. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists now in the game.
The thing you notice right off the bat from the statistics, just his three-point percentage. I mean, it's a terrific number, and it's a combination of things. Good shot selection, his mechanics are solid, and his movement on the perimeter is outstanding.
And Steve, his ability to come in and rattle off 10, 20 points in no time flat, that's a gift and a real asset for any team. Some guys need a while to get going, not him.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
Doubled by Augustine. Here's Barnes. He feeds it to Douglas. Here's Azili. They shoot again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Some good numbers for Douglas. He's got 11 points, and he's drained 3 three-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
So often teams that are near the bottom of the East tend to get drummed by the Western Conference teams, and that was the story last season for the Raptors. Had some close games and even a few upsets, but out West they didn't fare very well.
Well, as far as the defense goes, Clark, that is not what's going to keep them in this league.
Yeah, but from the other perspective, you can see just how much that dunk pumped those players up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I agree, guys. I sense a little bit of a momentum shift here.
For 3, and the shot is good. Douglas has got 5 points in the quarter. Well, picking up that talk again on the Raptors. Teams out west have so many great forwards to deal with that when you try and go up against them with the stretch 4 like the Raptors have had, it's going to be tough.
Yeah, particularly rebounding and defensively, Kevin. That's one of the reasons Toronto traded Bargnani to the Knicks in the offseason. They wanted to be a little better in terms of being physical, being more punishing with their post players, and having a better defensive presence.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Mark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense. Boy, they've really dominated. On the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Stolen, pushing it up. Here's Ross. Buries it from 3-point range. Ross has got 6.
The instant that steal was made, they were off and running the other way.
Ball pressure, then a run-out seed. That's perfection to me.
Reese Spates swapped teams once again last year. This time joining Cleveland. Now he finds his way to Golden State. Spate's very talented, but you wonder if he's ever really going to find his niche with one team for more than a year or two.
You know, the dunks are few and far between for the big guy, but every once in a while we get one just like that.
It's not hard to believe that kind of size might keep you from being a high flyer.
Yeah, that's a lot of man right there to try to get up off the ground, Kevin.
Tyler Hansbrough is checked in from here. Johnson. And Spates, primarily Clark, a pick-and-pop big man.
Yeah, I like his nice soft touch, Kevin. It's really solid in the mid-range area. He's a pretty decent rebounder as well. I think he's a very productive backup and young enough to where he's still got some room to grow. Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
He kicks to Thompson. That's in, coming off a nice assist from Douglas. Thompson's got 16.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Ross, that's good.
He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Douglas for three. There's a whistle. It goes on Tyler Hansbrough. That's his first foul.
Yeah, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in the game for the officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that situation.
Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Toronto. Curry kicks to Spates. Back to Curry. Feeds to Barnes. Five on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Gay outside. Here's the three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
He's so reliable. And, you know, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Curry dishes to Thompson. Money from the wing. Thompson's got 12 points here in the second half. And here's Lowry. Up in time. And it's wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Important three to cut it to 6.
The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
But they've also really been down in with their jump shot. I mean, they have not missed much from mid-range today.
Shots good by Gay.
And he's the type of player who, you know, when he gets it going, is almost impossible to cool down. Coaches will call a timeout sometimes just to take away some of the momentum that he provides for that play.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the post treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy. Hey, Rudy.
The three. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
It's Thompson off the drive. No good from Bogut. Raptors trail by 6. Here's Gay. And counts the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
Well, I think he's really willing his team on now. He's carrying them. He's doing it all. He's yet to miss a shot. Rudy Gay is clearly a player with star potential, guys. He's got size, skill, elite athleticism. He's in his 8th season now, and he's looking to put it all together and make his first All-Star team.
For Toronto, they've gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Johnson with a screen on Bogut. And they double up Gay. Valanciunas uses the glass to finish the layup. And for Rudy Gay, a score, a terrific rebound. He can do it all.
I think for him, it's the little things that will put him over the top. Just better shot selection, you know, better focus defensively. But there's no doubt about it. He's one of the most talented players in the NBA, and that's why Toronto made the trade for him last year.
Johnson sends the screen for Gay. He passes to DeRozan. Back to Gay. Curry meets him. Lowry from outside. And again, Toronto with the triple.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
Yeah, that's fine as long as you're making them, but make sure you don't start launching bad shots. That's a problem.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Yes, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Mark Jackson was going over with his team. He is not happy with their perimeter defense, saying, guys, way too many open shots for them beyond the three-point line. We've got to press up closer and try to crowd them off the arc. Guys, we'll see if they got the message.
And the jam by Rudy Gay.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
In low to Bogut. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's DeRozan, and that one is hammered home. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Raptors?
Boy, defensively, they've played with a high energy level, guys, and all the steals we've seen, really a result of that aggressiveness.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Here's Iguodala, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Raptors leading by 6, and that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. Knocks it loose. And up the court come the Warriors on the break. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
Guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Andre Iguodala. That's his first foul. Here's DeRozan. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one.
Now, it's hard to imagine them not running away with this game if they can continue to shoot the ball like they have been.
Steve, everything is falling for them this half, and they haven't had any empty possessions, scoring on every trip.
Bogut kicks to Curry. Back to Bogut. Valanciunas is there. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Iguodala. Second chance shot. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
The offensive rebound. Gay outside. Back to Johnson. Poked away. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
Looked like some miscommunication there offensively. Those guys were not on the same page.
Warriors trail by 5. Curry attacking, and the basket good.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one.
Intelligent defender. He can be on the ball. He really understands the game. That miss at the line might stick in his craw for a while.
Outside Curry. And down it goes. That one home. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Huge turnover there, and at a bad time, too. You have to value every possession.
Toronto trailing. Lowry from outside. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 5th assist in this one.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
But the defense isn't making them earn it. I mean, those shots have just come on easy, open look.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. Iguodala outside. No one near him. And right through it goes. Iguodala's got 6 in the quarter. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Yeah, and actually still too close to call. I mean, this one is tight.
This could be an instant classic, fellas. I mean, this thing has all the looks of a game that's going to go right down to the last shot. Well, he's one of the most explosive finishers in the game, guys. 6'7", great leaping ability, and can really run the wing in transition.
Yeah, in a strong frame too, Steve. He can throw it down with the best of them.
Extreme confidence at the line. That's how you win close.
They double team Curry. Back to Lee. Pass to Thompson. Again, Golden State.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
Yeah, they're making the right play, they're working together, and they're just looking for the best shot they can every possession.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Such a careless pass. You've got to keep your head in the game here.
Here's Golden State now. They're on a 13-5 run here. Curry attacking.
Tough call there, and a tough break for the defense.
But, you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game. Toronto's gone 4-6 from beyond the arc in the fourth quarter so far. Connects! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
A crucial basket.
They needed it, and he gave it to him.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
You know, I think that's probably a smart move.
I think so, too.
Well, you have to get a hand into his face because that's his range right there.
It's Gay with the drive. Gets the bucket and the foul. They get Andre Iguodala.
Kevin, that was so clutch. Now they really need a defensive stand.
Cold-blooded trip to the line there. They're just one stop away from winning this thing now.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They trail by 2. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. There's 21 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Out to Thompson. From downtown. Bullseye! Toronto calls timeout. They're down by 1. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gay gets a screen from Valanciunas. Oh, off target.
Couldn't convert. A nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. And it's a 3-point game.
Boy, what nerves. Those free throws now put them in a very good position. 3 points ahead.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling up the W.